Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode here on the PeerCraft server. So today we're working on our chicken room. I think we lit it up enough. I'm having a lot of trouble in here with torches and keeping this place lit with our night vision. So I had to turn off the night vision because it just kept flickering, and I didn't want that in this video. So that's why we got a bunch of torches in here, but these will eventually go away. These won't stay like our draconic room. The way the chicken room is going to work is just like all of our other rooms, specifically the cow one. Where we've got the cows on the block that sits in front of the back wall, with the gold underneath with quite clear glass on top. We're going to have kind of the same setup for this room, where we'll have a wall that goes along this block here with the item conduits, with the chicken sitting in front, and we'll have the molten. This level is going to be like a swamp type, but the issue is we can't use water like swamp water because it doesn't keep its swampiness, its nice green texture when we place it in out of a swamp biome. So it just turns into regular water when we place it down. So what we're going to need to do is probably work with a liquid metal that has a nice color. Possibly, I wish we could try Liquid XP, maybe Terra Steel. If not, actually, what's this one here? I don't think Prismarine can do a liquid, but maybe we'll do Prismarine. I like this pulsating iron. That one's a pretty good color, so we might do some pulsating iron or something like that. I don't really want to mix and match colors on this, but we can at least take a look and see what we could do. Emerald's probably too light a green. Possibly whatever this is. I think this is lead. Or no, this is cloud seed, I believe. We might do cloud seed. Just something that's a nice green texture. But for the walls, I was thinking maybe a mossy green or something like that, or mossy cobble. But I came across a roguelike dungeon on a stream, and I was quite surprised when I was looking at it. It was made out of, and I kind of vein mined a lot of this already, but it's made out of living rock bricks, cracked living rock, living wood down here. But as you get down here, the levels tend to change, and all of these levels are actually conveniently right next to each other. If we can get down here, perfect. And I'll turn on the night vision here. I just don't want it in while we're in our base. Perfect. But yeah, as we get down, the level colors change, and some of them have really nice blocks. Like this one here, I love this metamorphic fungal stone. This is such an amazing purple. It just looks really nice. But there's another one down here as well, this green one, that I think we're going to use. And this is the only roguelike dungeon I've seen this in. So I don't know if this is like a forest biome kind of thing, or if if it has to do with other biomes. But we might use... I'll take these. That might blow up, actually. I just thought of that. But yeah, we just want to grab a bunch of this from this roguelike dungeon. It's bad creepers. Okay. There's a lot of the purple one, but there's not very much of the green, so we're going to have to kind of scavenge all that we can as we go down. I think if we go down one more level, it turns into a lot more green, but there's a lot of the purple in here. So I think I'm just going to kind of try to scavenge what I can out of this, and we'll go back to the base and see what we've got and kind of go through the blocks and see if we can make these with chiseled blocks. I think we can. We can probably chisel these blocks, but we'll take a look and see what we can do. Okay, so I think I like the way this block looks. We can't chisel it, which is unfortunate. I was really hoping we could. But I think I like the way the stone bricks looks. And we might even stick some of these other ones, like this cobblestone one and this just regular stone one in there, to give it a little bit of kind of diversity. However, like in this one, we didn't do that, and I really like the way this one turned out. So we might go through and just do the bricks all around, and then see what it looks like when we put whatever liquid we're gonna have down here, which we might do some kind of dark liquid. Like it used to be cobblestone, and then it like stained the brick the color of the swamp water, and maybe we'll see if we can add some vines in or something as well. I think that'll look pretty good. But I need to go collect some more stone because most of what's down there is this stuff here, which is just these chiseled ones, which I probably will not use at all. We might use these up on the top in the corner or something, but for the most part, I don't think we're going to use this type of block. But it's hard to say. We may use like some stone bricks up here, or like mossy stone bricks, and then this is this color because of course it got stained by whatever liquid, the swamp water down here stained the bricks this dark color, but we've got like regular bricks up here on this level on the back. So I think that might be the way we do it, kind of like we did over here, where it's, these are dark bricks and this is the way the room is, but having this gold down here, it burned and seared the bricks, and that's why they've got that molten texture in them. So I think that might be what we do. I'm gonna need a lot more of this brick texture, and maybe some cobblestone and some stone, unless if we can put these stairs backwards, which might be okay. Let's try that. I'm not sure if this will work, but it should. I can't think of a reason why it wouldn't. And we can use, if we need to. Oh, it switches the. Oh, that might be a little bit of a weird texture, but I guess we could do that. Like we break it up with backwards stairs, like so. I don't know how this will look, and if we do this more than once. Oh, it kind of doesn't do anything. All right, Oh, it does. It's just really hard to. No, maybe no. It doesn't look like it does at all, but it kind of looks like it just flips upside down, but I don't think it does, which is fine. It's just the same texture. So yeah, if we can't get enough of the stone bricks like this, we'll just use backward stairs. But I'll go grab that and we'll put it in. All right, guys. So what I did was I placed down a couple different types of liquids, some solid blocks. I placed down some of these green slimy blocks, these ones here, which is supposed to look like mud, but it doesn't move, so it doesn't look very good. And then I tried these green slime channels, which actually look really weird because they were like half a block, and they were even brighter green than this right here. So I think what I'm going to go with is this. This one's the Enderium. I think that's what we're going to go with. We'll take that one's emerald. This one's Terra Steel. This one looks okay. It's just a really, really bright green, which really brought it down between the Enderium and the pulsating iron. But the Enderium's got a darker color that kind of matches more with this metamorphic swamp stone. So I think that's going to be the one that we use as Enderium. So I'm just going to go grab a couple buckets of that from our smeltery right here. I smelted up a couple blocks of it. I don't really have very much of it, so this is going to take a little bit to possibly need to make more. But we'll see how much I can get out of this. Actually, what I should do is see how we make Enderium, because we might be able to make this really easily. Let's see. I might be spelling it wrong. Probably spelling it wrong. But I want to let you guys know, I got into a little bit of a crafting tunnel, if you will, of insane proportions last night when I was doing this. So it's the next day, and after I put these liquids down, I had that thought, oh, I don't have a lot of Enderium, and it's really hard to get. Can I make it? So I came over here, and I said, oh, let me type in N, see if I can find Enderium. And I came across this, And I was like, oh, Endus Pearl. What does that do? So I click on it, and then I see this, and I'm like, what is extreme crafting? And then I lost myself for about an hour and a half looking into this, because this is an insane, insane mod. I'll probably say it wrong, but it looks like it's Avaritia Additions is what this is. The additions, I think, makes everything cheaper, but the actual mod name is right here. It's just Avaritia with no additions. I think the additions, really, all it does is make these things cheaper, because everything I looked at said this thing costs about 14,000 blocks of redstone, 14,000 blocks of iron, gold, and so on and so forth. But in this pack, it only costs about 500. So I think this just makes it a little cheaper. But this mod is insane, because it lets you make stuff like this sword right here. This pack is now our goal in this mod pack. This sword is our goal. It's called the Sword of the Cosmos, and it one hit kills anything, even if you're in creative mode. So if a player flies at you in creative mode and you hit them with this, they will die. Which, if you know anything about Minecraft in creative mode, you can't die in creative. This thing will pretty much kill you. And I guess, I don't know if I read it wrong, but basically the way it kills you is it kicks you from the server, is what I think it does. That's if I read that correctly. But so we kind of started doing it with a neutrino collector, and I made the crafting table here. And this was a pretty insane feat to do. Let's see if I can get these blocks out of here. I guess they stayed behind, which is good to know that we can keep stuff in here. However, I got a little bit into this and found out that this thing here, no, not that. Let's see if I can find it. I'll just look up the mod. This guy here, the neutrino compressor, which we actually need a lot of neutrinos to make, is kind of buggy. I just tried Tenor's, and it really bugged out on me, so I'm not sure what's going on with it. But hopefully we can get the pack fixed so that we can use this. This is like end game. You've been playing the game for 6 months, and you've got basically what you can do is make dimensions that only have, like, the ground is made out of blocks of redstone or blocks of iron or stuff like that. And you set up a builder block with a dimensional transceiver or something like that. And you just take all those blocks and put them right into your refined storage, and it works out pretty well. But we don't have that dimensions system, so we can't really get very many of these. And to, like, make the sword, what you need is these infinity ingots. This stuff here would be kind of easy to get, but the infinity ingots take those regular blocks, these crystal matrix ingots, and these infinity catalysts. And the infinity catalyst per, so let's do the math here. You need, what is that, 11 infinity crystals per infinity ingot. And to make the infinity crystals, you need all of these for every single one you make. So these are extremely expensive. And you need, we could actually make this sword, but I won't. Let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16 of these ingots. So basically, we need 16 times 11 is a number. You can do it in your head or on a calculator, but that's how many infinity crystals you need. So basically, times the infinity crystals times 500, and that's how many ingots of every type you need, or blocks of every type you need, which is insane, and we do not have it right now. But the goal is that maybe one day I will have it, and we'll make that sword and solve the problem of the chaos dragons flying away before we can kill it, because we'll just smack it once and it'll die. And I don't know if we can hit it with that and it'll die immediately, but it kind of seems like it will, so we'll have to take a look at that, maybe on a creative world, and see what happens, because I feel like the errors we're having is not a server issue, it's a mod issue, from what Tenor's looked at and said. So we'll have to check that out and see what's going on, and find out if that's true in creative. on our own world. But we're going to start placing in these blocks now, these buckets of Enderium, and kind of take a step back and look at the room and see what we think. So we'll get this one here, and last one. We'll put this one somewhat in the center. And we just have to wait for this stuff to spread out. It should reach, this area here should be completely filled, but I'll give it a second and we'll see if it is. So as it turns out, Enderium actually flows really well. I only needed the 5 buckets, which is great because I don't think I would have been able to make any more right now. We'll still take a look at Enderium here. I don't know. I really don't know how to spell this. This is such a weird thing to spell, but we should be able to do this. Hey, there we go. Enderium base. How do you make that? Platinum, silver, and tin. Okay. I mean, all that seems reasonable. We've got all of this stuff. So if we have to make more, we can, but it seems like it's going to take a while. And we already got all it looks like we're going to need for the floor here. So we're good for now, but we're going to stick the glass in here real quick. I think we've got some quite clear glass. If not, we've got a chisel. Yeah, we got 4,000 regular glass. So we just need a wand now. And we'll grab our unbreakable wand. And we'll just make all this quite clear glass. I think we might use some of this other glass texture. I've used this one before on another server. And it looks quite nice, actually. I made a Japanese type temple building. So it looked really good in that base build. So I think we might use that another time. Maybe I found a nice area we could probably put one, like some kind of temple structure on this server. Oops. Let's see if I can get this right there. Perfect. So maybe we'll do another one of those at some point. I'm trying to maybe get away from some of the other stuff I've done on other servers, but we might do something like that. I don't know. But we'll place the rest of these in and grab our wand. Perfect. So we'll get these in, and hopefully we can not place any of these on top, because that's going to be a problem. And we should be able to break this block here and get these in from behind. Like so. Alright, so we just need to replace that one block there. We'll probably have to do the same for here. Or I could do it backwards, which would have been smart to do the other way. It's kind of weird while we're swimming in this Enderium. I don't know if this is going to be one of those liquids that randomly teleports you or anything like that. But we should... Oop. Oh. I almost did that twice. Okay. We're going to not swim in that while we're trying to place this. Perfect. So I think this looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this, and we can place this block now. If we find other block colors that we like even more, I'm sure in our travels we'll find one that I like better than Enderium. But for now, the Enderium kind of goes along with the color scheme here. We just need to figure out what we're doing with the walls. But I do want to show you guys something real quick. So while I was setting this up, I was looking through that... what is it? A roguelike dungeon, collecting these blocks. And on my travels back, I came across a thought. And my brain works really weird, and I get kind of off track sometimes when I'm doing stuff. And I probably spent an hour with this thing while I was doing that too. So in total, I got sidetracked from where you guys last saw me in this room placing down these blocks and talking about the liquids. I got sidetracked for about 3 hours. About an hour of it, hour and a half of it was for this Avartari or whatever this is. I can't say this, Avaritia, and then extra utilities too with this deep dark. So a couple things I did with this was first I had a thought. We can get on the roof of the Nether. So why can't we get on the roof of the Deep Dark? So I did. So I used the same system we did getting on the roof of the Nether, where we used the oh geez, what is it? The oh, now I'm not gonna think of it. Now I don't know what it is. I want to say it's nature something, but it's not. But so basically, I got up here using that same liquid, but there's no Hermitrons up here. And this isn't where I came up. I actually came up a long distance away over there, but you can't place blocks above 256, and that's the level the bedrock is. So I would not have been able to place a waystone up here without finding one of these weird slime island pool things. And I was able to place one block lower, but basically I came up here and there was nothing, and it was kind of sad. But I want to show you guys, because this is kind of a cool place to come to. And I know we're still getting sidetracked from the chicken farm, but that's okay. We've pretty much done all we're going to do right now, unless if I find a cool block I want to build a wall out of, and I haven't yet. But yeah, I came here, and it's a pretty cool little place. So I want to show you guys this real quick. Alright, so when you spawn in on this deep dark portal, just like when I came in the first time. And over here is where we put that liquid, which I think I've removed since. Possibly not. Let's check and see. Ooh, I didn't remove it. Do I have a bucket on me? I do. It is Primal Mana. That's what it is. Okay. So Primal Mana randomly teleports you, and it allows you to get on the roof of the Nether and the roof of the Deep Dark. You could probably get below the void over here. I just don't see a reason to do that, because you just have to fly around and do random stuff. But I did a little bit of traveling down here, and then I decided, I'll dig straight down. And I came into this massive cavern, and this thing looks pretty cool. So mobs spawn down here. I haven't really... Oh, well. This is the first I'm seeing of this. I spent probably 30-40 minutes in here traveling around this cavern, and I didn't see any of these. I didn't see any on the roof, and I flew for a good 4,000 blocks. So this is the first I'm seeing of a Hermitron down here. So this is quite a find for me right now. And it seems like because all of the blocks are completely solid up there until you get to the roof, and you can't spawn blocks on the roof because of that 256 block limit, that they will spawn down here, and it looks like they spawn in quite frequently because there's not really any other place for them to spawn. But like I said, I didn't see any of these when I was looking yesterday. So, but now they're kind of everywhere, and our night vision kind of freaks out a little bit down here. But yeah, I think this might be. What did I just pick up? Where'd I get rails from? No idea. All right. But the issue I do see down here is, for some reason, we're taking damage right now. We're not getting shot by anything, but you can see on our armor that shield coming up. I don't know if it's some kind of weird fog down here that you take damage from, but it kind of seems like that's what it is. But I think I'm going to spend some time down here and start looking for Hermitrons down here, because I honestly got with Tenor last night. I messaged him and said, hey, I don't think the Hermitrons spawn in the Deep Dark. And I guess that makes sense because I was looking on the roof, but with that block limit, they wouldn't have spawned up there. But it looks like they have no issue spawning in the center or the bottom, wherever we are here. So I think I might spend some time down here checking out some stuff, seeing if we can find some more Hermitrons or if there's anything else cool down here. We'll just have to watch out for our shield, because as you can see, we're fully drained on the capacitor, and now we're taking shield damage. But yeah, I'll do some searching down here, and hopefully I can find some good Hermitrons, because I haven't been looking for a little while. But that's going to do it for this episode. So I appreciate you guys watching. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content in the future. And I'll see you guys in the next episode here on the PeerCraft server.